And we are back. All right, it's your boy Top Cat the Gamer with more Trails of Cold Steel 3. All right, so we finished most of the bonding events on this free day. We got one more left, and that is with Laura. Good training spots. Are you well, Reen? I'd like to ask you something. I plan to visit the Vandra School's training hall today, but I was hoping to find a place to practice warm-up exercises beforehand. Do you know of any local training halls? If you could, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Laura R. Shade. It took me an entire hour to write this. Ortmail is quite difficult. Well, Laura, well, you tried. So she'll be visiting the Vandal School. Nice to see her hard at work. And the first training ground that comes to mind is Einhill Keep. There's a trial later today, so I should ask the professor if we can train. Alright. Hello, Reen. Is this in regards to my orb mail? Yeah, I think I know a good training spot for you. How soon can you come to Leeds? I can come right now and meet you at the station. See you soon. Reen then waited at the station for Laura to arrive. Oh man, I hope you guys are doing well. It has been a long day. So this is Leeds. It's just as I've been told. We've not seen each other since bidding farewell in Sutherland. I trust you've been well since then, Ring? Yep, sure have. Thanks for the hospitality. Here, let me show you to the campus. Is that where your idea of a training place is located? Let us be off then. They definitely in this game changed Laura up a bit to me. I think they made her more feminine in this one. Not saying they made her overly masculine in the first one, but she was just like such a powerhouse, and she's very stoic in the first two games. But definitely like this one and the fourth one, her femininity shows up a lot more, and she, like there's time where she's emotional and things like that, and it's different for me to see that from her, and I loved it personally. It made me love her character all the more, but it was definitely a change up, because I really thought she was gonna kind of like go that way of being stoic. I thought at one point she was gonna be a lesbian. Like I did not see that she would be, this. But I love what they did with her character overall. Oh, I didn't expect to find such a grand training facility here. I now have a better picture of how well equipped the branch campus is, and how much work you must have on your shoulders, Ring. It is helpful, I admit, but yeah. Professor Schmidt, is it alright if we use the keep, even if it's a little early for the trial you requested? I don't mind, but you cannot use the new level I have scheduled. It was calibrated for class 7, so data from other people would be useless to me. Instead, I've installed subroots and old level subroots. Versions of old levels I have enhanced based on results from the previous trials. They are smaller in scale, but have stronger monsters roaming about. They should supply some good data separate from my request. Man, you've been working on this whole time on top of everything else. I like the sound of it. The harder the challenge, the better, as far as I'm concerned. I look forward to this, Professor Schmidt. The last time I saw you work was aboard the Crimson Wings. Our state data will prove useful to me. Fight to your heart's content. Anyway, let's get started. If you can get things prepared for us, Professor. I don't know what he was up to all that time collecting all that data. I don't think it ever really amounted to anything. I'm trying to think in my mind. I don't think so. Reen and Laura were then guided to a subroute and told to begin. I'm pretty sure it's just in the game just to keep you, fighting monsters and doing a dungeon. But at the same time, I really wanted to see his I'm collecting data shit. I wanted to see it add up into something. Like maybe he's gonna come out one day and be like a villain in the end or something like that. His presence, I feel it. It's strong. It seems I'm in for a better training session than I imagined. Thank you for joining me, Reen. Well, it was my idea after all. Now stay alert. This won't be easy. Here we go. Level 1 subgroup commence. Alright,
Now,
so
let us begin.
pretty much straightforward, just like the other places. But you here with Laura, and I mean, none of this stuff here is gonna really attack us. The monsters are not that much stronger. The end, I think, the monster maybe, but most of this stuff, no. These are some of the monsters you've already faced, and like I said, most of them are scared of you at this point. If you're higher enough level, they'll be scared of you. I don't know what makes them scared. I think you have to be 10 levels or more higher or something like that. I think that's what it was. It's something like that. And look, we're already done.
We've reached a break area.
I don't understand why the hell he does this. It's sub area. Not a bad enemy. This must be the boss of this level. A worthy opponent. Ready your sword, Ring.
A worthy opponent.
I don't think they're all that strong, but they, hit hard, things like that.
Unforgivable.
But you should have, like, even on your first playthrough,
My turn.
This should not be
Now!
too crazy for you.
An opening. I'll handle this.
Not on my watch!
I was just gonna say, I'm
Take
very
this.
surprised he didn't dodge that.
It's down! Laura, now!
Yes.
Let's go! It's down!
An opening. Let's go.
And she does not have
It's
on
off
any of her
balance.
equipment. I did that
An
purposely.
opening! Let's go! Sit!
To just not make it be like
All right, nice work.
super easy. He's already buffed up enough. A hard won victory. That'll be all. It's a bonding event, so I didn't care. I suppose the Arcade School is a skill their reputation suggests. Perhaps I should have turned up the difficulty. I shall labor over some balance tweaks while you trudge your way back up here. Yeah, don't overdo this part, because look at how short the dungeon was. You'll end up stacking all this stuff on her, and then she's gonna leave the party, and you get all that stuff right back in your inventory. It's almost like he's trying to kill us. Years certainly haven't softened him. I can't imagine what makes your life your life very pleasant. Then I say I'm used to it, but he just keeps getting worse. Good work today, Laura. Feeling ready for the train at home Heimdall now? That I am. Thanks for showing me this place. I'd like to stop by again if I'm in the neighborhood. Oh, but before I go, Reem, may I ask you for one more favor? Would you mind showing me around the academy? I'd like to see what your workplace is like. Of course, honestly, I was thinking of asking you if you wanted a tour. You sure you have time before your train? Yes, time won't be a problem, shall we? And see, I feel like that was just like, that's what I noticed. Like, oh, like, I feel like all the women in this game are going to be interested in Reen in some type of way. And it kind of turns out to be that. Like, whereas in the other games, you had people you had strong bonds with. And on this one, it kind of started this whole Reen has a harem thing, or he could have a harem if he wanted to thing. And I heard after the fourth game, they kind of got rid of that, and you have more of like a straight relationship of your choosing, or this other stuff going on, so they don't really dive too deep into it. All right, after making the rounds, they themselves a gymnasium pool. That's right, because she used to be in a swim club. Guess Altina and her friends have the day off. This smell brings back memories. It's like I'm back in the swimming club. Now I regret not bringing my swimsuit. Doesn't stop you from dipping your toes in though, right? Actually, getting in the water might bring back some even more memories. That's a fine idea. I think I'll do just that. After washing their feet, the two of them sat down by the side of the pool with their legs in the water. So, are you still in touch with anyone from the swimming club? Yes, though we've all been so busy, we've hardly been able to see each other. That being said, I did manage to invite Monica to the ground. And see, I thought Monica was going to be like her, that they had like a relationship going on, or they would eventually turn into that. I wanted to make an event for her visit and celebrate her graduation. Given how close you two were, I can believe it. Must have been a fun reunion. That it was. She taught me an assortment of recipes. We took a boat around the lake, and I consulted her about my father. Consulted? I don't mean to sound dramatic. Father keeps traveling from training hall to training hall. And though Klaus is doing everything in his power to help, Father's having a hard time keeping up with and managing the ground. Oh. Laura's father, Viscount Victor Arcade, Radiant Blade Master. I can't imagine him having a hard time keeping up with anything. Did something happen back at the Infernal Castle? Forgive me. I shouldn't trouble you with my idle worries. So, like Green hinted at the Infernal Castle. So in game 2, at the very end, her father faces off with McBurn, who's the strongest member in Ouroboros. And they had like a big time fight, and then after it, like now she notices her father is like kind of always on the move. He's going from training hall. After training her, he went and kind of just started doing his own thing and kind of forgot about his hometown. I personally feel like he was just trying to give her the responsibility because it was going to become her responsibility. So I feel like he kind of just left some things on her in that regard. And I think also he kind of his health started deteriorating from that fight. I think he ends up mentioning it. Not like in a crucial finna die or finna die type way. Nothing like that. It's like he just started like experiencing different things because getting caught up in McBurn's fires and different things like that. The battle did something to his skills or something. It was something like that. I forgot what it was. I probably gonna, we'll go cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm now an acting master of the Arcade School. I know I shouldn't cloud my mind with such trivial thoughts. Even then, even knowing that I'm heir to the Arcade School and tasked with surpassing my father, whenever I'm with you, my weaknesses come to the fore. There it is. Laura? I just realized they made him change outfits on this part. You don't have to be afraid of showing weakness in front of me. It's part of what makes you who you are. You've always been keenly aware of your own weaknesses and the weaknesses of those around you. That's what makes you strong. Nah, I think what makes her strong is her having that big ass sword and all that power. That's just me. We're both following the path of the sword, and the only way to advance it is one step at a time. A master isn't made in a day. Maybe I've been overburdening myself. I'm not my father, nor am I General Le Guin. I need to have faith in who I am and continue moving forward.
Thank you, Reen, for helping me find the path ahead. I wish you the best of luck with the new Class 7, and I will readily offer you my aid should you ever need it. I swear that upon my sword.
Glad you have my back, Laura. With that, Laura departed. Okay, so she leaves, and the bond is over there. She's already at 4, so. All right, and we are done with all of that. So now we can head over to Ironhill Keep. Those are the two. Wait, what's the other one? Oh yeah, the old lady. Okay, yeah, and that's the mayor and the lady right there. Those are the two side quests, right over there in case you need to know. But we are going to do that. We are going to head. Where in the hell? Let's go to the Academy Field. We'll just walk over there. All right. And we head over to Iron Hill Keep. I think that's everything that we need to do, though. And talk to Professor Schmidt. Took you long enough, Schwarzer. I assume you saw the request? Yeah, I looked it over. You said you were okay with the others from Class 7 joining in, right? Yes, I've already calibrated it with them in mind. Now let's begin. Wait, just a moment. We need to still get ready. The briefing this afternoon. Once we start the Keep trial, we won't have any time for anything else. Should I call Class 7? Alright, and I think we are good to go. Double check your stuff. Looking at something real quick. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Understood. I'll call Class 7 over here. I was some of my assistant in that case. Tita. Never thought I'd end up here again. It's been some time since we were last here, a month and a half if memory serves. I was here last time, so it's only been 3 weeks for me. I see. So we got left out and didn't even know, huh? It's not like that. The request last time was a bit last minute. That aside, I think this trial will be good training for you guys. So think of this as practice for our upcoming field exercises. I see. This may prove interesting after all. I had my doubts, but now I'm kind of getting fired up. Sorry. I have no objections. This time the keep will be set to level 2. You will find it much more challenging than the previous level. I hope you enjoy it. Please be careful. I'll do everything I can to navigate you safely. Is it seriously that dangerous? Well, I guess we got no choice but to plow through it. I eagerly await a greater challenge. I will give this trial my all. Agreed. I am ready to begin at any time. Everybody have to announce they're ready. That's the spirit. Now let's get this started. Get me some good data down there. You may use the elevator in the back like last time. What, the only dude in like the entire world walk around with a monocle on. It's funny ass shit. Yeah, you could go to Tita and shop and...
I'll help.
Oh, I did already create him one. So I had enough to end up making a black Sumerian ore. You can trade in on the second playthrough. You can trade in your U material. I think 50 U material gets you a piece, and you get 3 pieces, and you can make one. And there's a trick to getting more U material. I'll show you at some point in the game. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Thanks.
All right. Begin level 2. So there are, I think, 4 treasures here. 3 or 4. That's a U material. Well, this was unexpected. Well, we're gonna get all 4 of the treasures here. I'll show you where they are. When he says difficulty, yes, it does go up a little bit in difficulty because, of course, you're playing through the game. Each dungeon is supposed to get stronger. It's like everything changed once we took the elevator. The monsters here are completely different. Stay on your toes, everyone. Understood. They may have gotten stronger, but so if we can do this. You bet we can. Are you quite finished? Then, without further ado, let the Iron Hell keep level 2 trial begin. Please be careful, everyone. Alright, let's do this, Class 7. Yes, sir. Gonna have to start using orders from here. Good call. Okay, so they both get their orders in. So it does get more difficult because the monsters go up a little bit, but it's not like a giant huge jump. And to me, like, it's just, you know, your basic thing. But I personally think that wait, what the hell is this area? Oh, there's a little. Oh, there it is. I was like, where the hell is the turn?
It's a dead end.
We're, doing this test with a different layout. I forgot to mention it.
So we'll have to crawl through the duct. I hope the girls are okay with this.
He mentioned, it's funny how they always put that on here and then they have to mention the girls got on skirts.
Why do we have to do this?
Just go last.
Because it's part of the oh, I see. It's dark, so I can't see anything.
I don't want to hear another word.
Don't stop in the middle of a duct.
Don't stop in the middle of a duct. Alright. Oh boy. Too funny that they do that in this game. All the time have some duck crawling part and then you gotta mention the girl has a skirt on. Like, it's already creepy enough.
I found some treasure!
A holy breath. Okay. I thought that was actually something else, so.
Sit!
Alright. So right over here. I forgot what this leads to, honestly. Maybe a switch.
Do we, really need to go through here?
Yeah, we gotta get what we gotta get. So, let me speed this along a little bit. Move. I hate when you get caught up on stuff. You're trying to move fast. Yeah, because none of this stuff is really gonna fight us. Trying to see. Okay, the depths are up there. Let's head back this way first then. Oh, not that way. This way. U material.
Sit! 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 Sit!
The reason why I'm chopping the boxes is because you also now get items from doing that. You know, or you get like food items.
I'll show no mercy.
Alright, these are some new, I guess archaisms? They look like archaisms. It doesn't say that they are. But yeah, you actually have to fight these little things here. Something new.
Alright, nice work.
You wipe their little ass out the way. They're strong. How in the world did he get arcade? Oh, they are archaisms, yeah. These monsters too. Where does he get these things? I can't speak for the machines, but I know that the army collects the monsters. And Professor Smith is nothing if not well connected. He is a man who designed both the Panzer Soldaten and railway guns. Yeah, that's true. So he probably got D connections. No, he's the one who made those things. The ones that were deployed on the Crossbell border. Yeah, if you remember that from the first game, they had the cannons aimed at Crossbell. That's right. I forgot that you had to face them down. 80 reg guns with high destructive power, even at a very long range. That's right, Corellia Fortress had them pointed right at Crossbell City. And that's the man who made them. She's getting pissed. You know? Fine, bring it on. You want to test me, Professor? Then I'll take your test and I'll ace it. Good, use that fire. Just make sure it doesn't cloud your judgment, clear? As a crisp spring morning. Kurt, Allie, I'm gonna need your help. Right, you've got it. I don't understand. I don't entirely understand, but you have my full support. Oh my god. He's always got.
How many are there? Ugh, damn you, Professor.
Sorry, Yuna. That's the last act, I promise.
She is upset. Which way? Which way? I know one leads to. Yeah, big area here with the switch. That's not the area I wanted to go to first, so I'm gonna go back this other way. But I think this one leads to the other treasure that I was looking for. I think it does. I think it does. And yep, it did.
Ah, treasure chest.
Yeah, Mew 3. That's what I wanted. Alright, now we can go back the other way. I'm so glad they got that, where you can move better on here. Alright. Alright, and then we go over here. I think that there's one more. I think I might have to go back to the beginning though. Oh, damn. Ah, I did pass it by. Yeah. So the other one's up in that corner. Get that before you roll over here. It's some Sepith. I think it's like 50. So I'm not gonna go all the way back just for that. Not a big deal.
We can take
For
a break
me,
here.
anyways. But I mean, if you haven't got all the treasure chests, you're gonna probably make sure you get that before you go this way. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're all good. And there's our goal. We made it safe and sound. There were challenges here and there, but it wasn't too bad in the end. But this isn't over if the patterns hold. Now this boss, what's it called? It's like a something diver. But it hits really hard. I remember that about this thing. I would just S-craft the shit out of this thing and just get it over with quick, because I think it has like some of those other little archaisms with it as well. I think they're also called diver bits, and this one is like a something diver status. It's already S, I remember. But using Brave Orders here is really good. Yuna's sledgehammer works really well. But I would just go protective and just hit Iron Will and kind of work from there, and then start off just hitting each one of them with your S break. It just get it over with quicker. I just to not sit here and toil around the thing. Is that one of the Society's archaism? No, it's different somehow. Stratos Diver, okay. Is this thing using the same technology those patrols were? Precisely. This is the Stratos Driver, my own prototype of an automated combat machine. Jeez, this is crazy. Oh, come on. Really, Professor? You're making archaisms now? The Society's making them as bad enough. As I said, it's simply a prototype. You lot should be able to handle it. Even so, you shouldn't treat it like the scrap metal you fought against in your field exercises. Obviously not. The diver bits are combat machines controlled by the main unit. Be careful not to let them surround you. This is why I said do your S break, because that way you're going to hit all of them. Find in, bring it on. Let's scrap these hunks of junk. Right. Commencing attack. It'll take all we got to bring them down. Let's go.
This one's strong. Be careful.
Alright. We're just gonna crescent.
Get back!
Here I go!
Yeah, I'll cross break them.
Take this! Wide open!
And burst them.
Everyone ready?
Leave it to me.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
They have a pretty good amount of HP too. Yeah, it had 47,000 on here. Keep on thinking, what is Tempest? That's a spin? Yeah, that's a spin move. Yeah.
Strike! It's down.
It's mine!
My turn. Activate Fragorok. Destroy. Now.
An opening! Let's go.
Well, I'm gonna do it first. Well, yeah.
Roar!
That should take care of it. At least I think so.
Helix strike!
That's
It's
close.
down!
It's mine!
No, it
This
did.
is it!
Yeah, combined anyway.
Good job, Yuna.
I guess I wasn't bad.
So just go directly at the thing. Like it's use Yuna's sledgehammer to get his shield down. I mean get his defenses breaking. I mean Tom breaking. Broken is what I mean. Break his defenses. But if you're doing damage to it and it's not, you don't seem like you're high enough level, then I would say kind of back off that strategy and do the one I said at first, and do just put Iron Will up and fight him from there. At least you're protected from his hits. Phew, it's finally over. Yeah, and the test should be too. Good. You see that, Schmidt? We trash your twisted little creations. Of course you did. This is a test, not a dust sentence. You're supposed to pass. And honestly, your clear time and teamwork could stand to be improved. That's nothing to be proud of. This concludes your trial. Now quit dawdling and get back to the entry. I think you did great. Really. Professor, would it hurt to be a little nicer to them? She pissed off. He didn't seem ruffled in the slightest. Oh well, getting upset about it would be a waste of energy. The important thing is we made it through without anyone getting hurt. You know, that's a good way to look at it. What the professor said makes sense. That was a tough blow by any standard. Your victory was a culmination of your daily training and the experience you've gained from your field exercises. You should all be proud of yourselves. Thank you, sir. Well, I guess you have a point. Thank you for your help, instructor. She didn't want to say it. Look at her face. Shall we return to the entrance? Moon winds. I think that's the thing that helps you find the treasure as well. And she damn sure didn't want to do it, did it? Alright, let's go back to the entrance. Oh, back this way. The trial is over. Should we head back to the entrance? We shall. Now you can go back through it again and fight monsters if you want to and get stronger. You know, I did it on one part and it just kind of beats people up. And it does help. But if you notice you're not getting much in experience, don't waste your time. You level up pretty good in this game, and they definitely made it more balanced on here than in the old ones. The boy just walked off. Juice. Afterwards, Professor Smith's attitude caused Una temper to flare once again. Tita keep having to apologize for that dude. Reen and the others left the keep accompanied by a profusely apologetic Tita. That dude's such an ass. She came out and was like, yeah, what you think about that? And I was like, And then walked off. Food. God, everything looks so delicious, man. This diet is killing me. After that, Reen got lunches for Class 7 and Tita in the cafeteria. Really wish Tita could have been a part of Class 7. Since time was running out, he dropped them off and then went to the briefing in the tactical conference room. Alright, here's the briefing. Hey, Reen, Instructor Herschel, 2. Hi, Randy. I don't think the others have arrived yet. You two seem friendly all of a sudden. Yep, called each other first name basis. That. Well, you see, we were talking last night and just two guys having a manly heart-to-heart. That was a pretty wild night, wasn't it, Reen? For a manly heart-to-heart, most of the talk was about women. What's wrong with that? I'll say this, Randy, you certainly live up to your name. Stop, you're gonna make me blush. Oh, you guys. You can start calling me Randy too, Instructor Herschel. Us instructors are gonna need to stick together if we want to survive this school year. Then you can call me Toa too. Thanks, Randy. Right back at you, Toei. He does that to everybody. He always changes their names up to like some cute little thing or something. Toei. Hey, don't give me a weird nickname like that. Oh, you had a nickname for Una too, right? Uni, was it? Yeah, it's a habit of mine. Nickname a bunch of pals back in Crossville. Teotot, Keto, Johnster. Hey, how's Teeny Toa sound? Actually, Toei's fine. Yeah.
Well, well. It sure is lively in here.
Sorry, ma'am.
For what? It warms my heart to see young people such as yourselves opening up to each other.
Like, what's she gonna do? Get mad because they was talking to each other? Hey, tripping, man. They too formal with it.
Not to mention, it's to the school's benefit for the instructors to all get along.
True.
It'll be important for our next set of field exercises, too. I'm told the location will be more troublesome than last time.
Huh? Sorry for the wait.
Instructor Michael, welcome back.
Oh, now look who's behind him.
You? What's going on?
Thank you, Chief Instructor. And of course you as well, Your Highness. We welcome you to our campus. Thank you for coming all the way here.
My apologies for the sudden visit.
And here's Cedric. The Crown
I'm
Prince.
Cedric Raisay Arnor of Thor's Military Academy's main campus.
Now, the thing about Cedric was, I think it's only been about a year and a half since the events took place in the Infernal Castle. I think it's been about a year and a half. And maybe close to 2 years. And so he had like this tremendous growth spurt in between then, and he's very different than what he used to be. You know, in part 2 he was very cowardly and things like that. But I also think that had a lot to do with the fact that he was young. But as you can see him now, he's a lot different, deeper voice. Like he, got a lot taller. He has a different aura about him now, and you kind of find out why as the game goes on.
However, I am not here today as a student. I come as a representative of the Imperial family to explain the current situation.
No way. Is this the next location for our field exercises? Yes, they will be held in the easternmost territory of the Empire, the Crossbell Province. The International Trade City annexed into the Empire 1.5 years ago, so it has been about a year and a half, close to 2 years. You would depart Friday evening. The duration will be 3 days. I have a few questions. I thought we were only supposed to cover the western half of the Empire. Originally, yes. However, next weekend, an inspection team will be dispatched to Crossbell from the Imperial mainland. That is what Machias was talking about. He's part of the inspection team. By invitation of Governor General Rufus. Seriously? But I haven't heard anything about that. As a countermeasure to these threats from terrorists and the Republic, news of the team's visit will only be publicly announced at the end of the week. All members of the inspection team are top-class VIPs. Naturally, the Imperial Army and basically the RMP will lay out an airtight security system. However, considering the society has begun to move, it was decided to bring insurance. And so, the Ashen Chevalier and Thor's branch campus will just so happen to be holding field exercises in the area at the time. I see. I understand the reasoning behind it, but why did you come here yourself, Your Highness? It seemed as though you were trying to speak on behalf of the Imperial government. Principal Le Guin. Oh no, this is just my own selfishness. I don't mind her asking that question though, because like, why you got to show up to give the orders for this, like personally? Traditionally, the director of Thor's has been a member of the Imperial family. However, the position has sat empty since my older brother relinquished it last year. As the youngest son of the Arno family, I wish to see the branch campus with my own eyes. I see. It's been some time since I last saw you, but you certainly have changed. It seems you've been trained well. Indeed, thank you. I personally think he came there so he could size them up. I don't think he just came there, oh, the branch campus. I think he was sizing them up, seeing who was there, strength levels, things like that. As stated, the upcoming field exercises will take place in the Crossbell Province. Instructor Herschel, please stay behind and draw up a preliminary travel plan. Meeting adjourned. Salute His Imperial Highness. Like, fuck that little guy. Whew, so that's it then. We'll be exercising all over the Empire then. That's fine, I guess. Randy. Oh, come on, don't give me that face. It seems like it'll be a huge pain, but if you look at it another way, we're pretty lucky. I'll be able to give you guys all sorts of tips and tricks about the area. That said, we definitely still need to make sure we're prepared. It'd probably be a good idea to get as much practice in for class 8 as I can too. So let's give it all we got during the Panzer Soldat training. Yeah, I got it. Going back home only 2 months after getting stationed at a military academy in the country that invaded his. That's pretty fucked up. I can't even lie. There's no way he's okay.
Ah, Reen.
Prince Cedric, it's good to see you again. It's been about a year if I recall.
It certainly has. I'm so sorry I couldn't make it to the ceremony after the Northern War. I would have loved to see you receive your medal. Hearing Alfin recount it to me afterward only made me regret missing it all the more.
Thank you for your kind words.
Reen, might I have a bit of your time? I'd like to speak with you about a number of things. What's happened up until now, and what will happen in the near future.
All right. I'm like, what do you got, buddy? Ah, what a delightful little town. It has a relaxed, almost countryside air to it, yet is still conveniently near Heimdall. I'm sure it reminds you of Trista as well, and the main campus. Yeah. I was meant to have attended the main campus last year. I should have been able to spend time with you as a fellow student, not like this. Unfortunately, I fell ill once more, making my attendance that year out of the question. It was extremely vexing. Your Highness, you're still 17. There's no need to rush your way through school. That is crazy that he's 17. I promise you, like, if you go look at Trails 2, he looked like he was more like 13. Or like about 13. But like this jump in age for him has it's been really weird. I was your age when I started at Thor's. Oh, that's not the issue. There are certain advantages to me starting at the main campus this year. For one, I've grown quite a bit taller since last year. That's an understatement. That's for sure. I almost didn't recognize you. It seems you've been diligent with your combat training too. You become quite remarkable. Well, I think I still have quite a ways to go. I wanted to thank you again. See what I'm saying? Like, if you look at him right there, they showed that real quick. You look at him, he does not look like he's 15 years old there. If you and the members of Class 7 hadn't come to rescue me, I may very well have lost my life. That or I would have remained Duke Cayenne's puppet. So thank you, instructor, for saving me. You're welcome. Anyone else would have done the same. Keep in mind that it wasn't just our power that saved you, Your Highness. We had dozens of people supporting us, everyone at the police academy, Prince Oliver, even some unexpected help at the last minute. You mean the opera singer Vita Clotilde and Crow, right? What?
I still clearly remember everything that happened back then, becoming one with the Vermilion Apocalypse, losing myself in it. I also remember piercing the Azure Knight's chest. Though they were on Duke Cayenne's side, they still helped rescue me. Crow especially. He gave everything he had to open a path to me. And as a result, I've spent all this time cursing my weakness. If only I were stronger back then. If only I had unwavering strength that could stand up to anyone and anything. I wouldn't have been taken advantage of by Duke Cayenne. I wouldn't have been absorbed into the Vermilion Apocalypse.
So you can kind of see why he threw himself into his training. He felt like he was weak then. And, but there's also other things at play here.
Your Highness.
But this year, I enrolled at Thor's, at the Reborn main campus, the academy that will shape its students and this country to become the true foundation of the world.
The foundation of the world.
Have you heard? I had the top score on the entrance exams.
That works.
That's amazing, Your Highness. I'm sure the Emperor, the Empress, Prince Olivert, and Princess Alphen are all very proud of you.
No, I still have a long ways to go. I must become even stronger. Strong enough so that no one will be hurt because of my weakness ever again.
And I think that became an obsession for him. It started to not even be about that as you see the games go on. It just became, he became obsessed with being powerful and gaining power in whatever way he needed to.
Yes, that's right. To that end, I must...
Your Highness?
You see?
So, Rean, after the next field exercises are over, how would you like to transfer to the main campus?
What?
The branch campus isn't a bad place per se, but it's still just a pale reflection of the real thing. The main campus has many promising students this year. In addition, the facilities have been improved and the faculty is far superior. Between the two, which would be more suitable for Erebonia's savior, the Ashen Chevalier? The answer should be clear, right?
I can't do that.
Yeah, Reen is a very loyal person, so he starts something, he wants to finish it.
What?
I've been given the task of instructing the new Class 7, as well as all the other students of the branch campus. I only started 2 months ago. I can't abandon my duties here. So, I'm sorry, but I can't transfer.
Even at the request of the Crown Prince himself?
Even by Your Highness's Imperial command. But, for example, if you wanted me to teach at the main campus in between my classes here, that I could do.
I won't accept that answer.
Prince Cedric?
Ah.
Kurt, Yuna and Altina too.
So Kurt and Cedric have a bit of a relationship. They were really good friends, and Kurt was supposed to become the protector of him. He was supposed to become his bodyguard, just like Mueller is for Olivert. But Kurt, like, they didn't feel Kurt would be up to the task because of he's not as like big and buff as his other family. And it was something else too. Gilead Osborne didn't want like something like that to happen again. It was something else that was involved in there, and I think he ends up talking about it. I could be wrong. I know it's something to do with that, and it kind of messed up his friendship with Cedric because they weren't able to like hang together, things like that. So Cedric went through a lot of stuff, and it's kind of been without Kurt. So they're kind of like drifted apart, but you'll end up hearing more about it.
Ah, hello, Kurt. It's been some time. Nearly half a year, I believe. I'm glad to see you again. I never expected someone of your caliber to enroll at the branch campus.
And he's saying it like a jerk almost.
Is that really you, Your Highness?
Indeed. I've grown quite a bit recently, so it's no wonder you don't recognize me. It seems the past few months have been difficult for you. I imagine after so many years of loyal service, it was a shock for the Vanders to be dismissed as the Imperial family's guardians.
Right, that's what it was. They got dismissed. Okay.
I'm sure it was difficult for you to accept, but there was no need to withdraw from your enrollment at the main campus. But this is a perfect opportunity. You can transfer to the main campus along with Reen. I can even have you stationed as my guardian. It would be a simple matter for me to overrule the government's decision.
Hey, you! Who do you think you are? You're talking all big, but you're wearing a uniform just like ours.
It's the Crown Prince girl. She's so stupid.
No, Yuna!
She'll get her ass beheaded.
That's the uniform of Thor's main campus. He is Cedric Ryce Arnor, the Crown Prince of the Empire of Erebonia.
Yo, she was just like saying whatever.
Huh?
Look at her face. What the fuck?
Oh, you don't recognize me? Are you a foreigner then? Or perhaps from one of our newer provinces? Aha, and it's been a while since I've seen you too, Miss Black Rabbit. Major Lecter and Lord Rufus told me you were attending the school. Well, if Reen transfers to the main campus, I can accept you tagging along with him.
Transfer to the main campus.
Wait, what?
I'll return to hear your decision another day. I expect a favorable reply, Instructor Reen Schwarzer.
I'll be like, bruh, I told your ass no. But that's Cedric. That's who he is now. He thinks I'm Prince. I should do whatever I want. Look at Major Michael. He's like, fuck this fucking kid.
What just happened?
You found out that Cedric's a dick. Not that hard to see that.